Hello! Today we are weaving leaves. In the last masterclass I showed how to trim an edge with cross-like pattern. After which I've got so many questions on how to weave a leaf itself. Well, I don't have lots of masterclasses on weaving items as a whole. For some reason it happens so that I mostly focus on difficult points of the process. Now I'd like to draw your attention to the way I start weaving a leaf form a corner and raise poles. We've already got a video on how to finish the item. So anyway, the masterclass is devoted to particular elements of leaf weaving. Since I've got fascinated while weaving various forms, I'd like to share my experiments. A leaf may seem a very simple item. However, it turns out that there are plenty of various leaf types. At least they have various details. But we'll discuss them in the next tutorial. So far, let's focus on the key points of leaf weaving. By saying that leaves can be various, I don't mean only a variety of colors, though it can be interesting too. First of all, I mean various forms. It can be a normal round leaf, a prolonged or curved one. It has been a brief review of my next masterclass on weaving such details. Before I start, let me make a comparison once again. Take a look, please. Leaves made of unicolored tubes are rather interesting. But I personally prefer such tender blend much more. Well, actually, these are made of tubes. They are of different thickness. I understand very well that weaving with identical tubes would be much neater. I've got an idea to paint identical tubes various tints of the same mordant for the future. But for today, I've collected remainders of tubes. I'm going to have one basic color mixed with various colored tubes remainders in order to get such a noble looking blend. So let's start. Start as a normal round item. I make a few coils round a marker and then start weaving like a normal round item. This technique has been shown many times and not only by me. But since we are discussing the whole process of leaf weaving, let's repeat the whole way. This way. Close the gap. I've also tried wrapping a thicker marker, in which case I get a bigger gap inside. Finish. One more coil and pass on to the second row. How many coils do I have? The main task is to distribute them evenly. The number doesn't matter much actually. Sometimes I get 6 or 8 coils, now I've got 7. At this point I usually add one more tube of the base here. This way. And start weaving the second row of such coils. One coil. Lead a tube through existing coils. This is the first row. I don't tighten the coils, otherwise the next row would be harder to weave. Form such a neat and smooth circle. To make the process of lengthening easier, I don't weave until the very end of the tube. The glue is a bit dry. Hide the joint. I do have a masterclass on how to make a joint invisible. Lengthen the tube while it is solid more or less. Here I've got a long stitch, marking the start of the row. Before I start forming an apex, I weave one more row, making 2 coils within these intervals. Make the first coil leading the tube under the previous row, and the second one as usual, through the loop. And again. There must be 2 coils here to make the process of weaving comfortable. I prefer tight weaving when the intervals between the stitches are small. Let's try here. It's okay. Here we go. Continue this way until the end of the row. There must be 2 stitches between the coils of the previous row. This way I add coils and tighten the weaving. I've reached the start of the row. Here is a long stitch. Here I start forming an apex, a sharp tip of the leaf. Just shape such a corner. It mustn't be big to avoid a big gap, especially at the beginning. Make 2 stitches within one space between the coils. Place 1 stitch before the corner and the second one after it. And continue. That's all, the stud has been shaped. Continue weaving in circle. I'm going to weave this row without adding any new coils, since I've done in the previous row by making 2 coils in each space. So the current row will be woven without additional stitches. Well, I think it's better to lengthen the tube here to make the further process more comfortable. I usually do it this way, with the help of scissors. The tube has been put on securely. The row has been woven. I'm reaching the corner again. Let's weave the last stitch at first. And now I have to weave 2 stitches, leading the tube through this loop again. But at first I have to shape a corner again. Don't forget that the corner should be neither big nor small in order to avoid any holes. If you get carried away and make an apex too big, it will look untidy with holes inside. So try to adapt and make an apex of the size that can be filled tightly with the next 2 coils. In this case, it will look neat. Weave the next row. Then take a look, please. The intervals between the loops become bigger, which I dislike. But I prefer enlarging the number of coils gradually. So within this interval I haven't added any new coils. Here I make 2 coils. And 1 coil in the next interval. 2 coils again. And I have to make 1 here. Some masters weave for quite a while without adding any new coils, after which they do sharply within the same row by filling each space with 2 coils. Well, it is rather interesting in a way too, but I personally prefer this way, when I don't add all the new coils in one row, but rather like this, making 2 coils in every other interval. Take a look, please. Here I have made 2 stitches, in the next space I make a single one. Here 2 coils again between the coils of the previous row. And here I make 1 coil again. Two and 1 here, and continue making 1 coil in each space. The further you are from the corner, the bigger the intervals between the coils are. And when you approach the corner, the intervals become smaller. That's why I don't add any new coils so far. Let me share one more trick of leaf weaving I've discovered. Well, so far it is not too urgent, but the bigger the leaf becomes, the tighter the corner gets. That's why at this stage I start moving the coils apart to different directions from the corner. You'll see it now. So I've reached the corner. I made one coil. Shape the corner again. The second coil. Every master who weaves corners has their own secrets. So if you'd like to weave perfectly, I recommend you getting to know the secrets of all the masters who share in their master classes. Well, or you can choose a technique that appeals to you most of all. Now I'm weaving and moving the coils aside. So far it is not that urgent, but later you will see the importance of it. I've woven 10 rows. Well, it can be 10, 11 or 12 depending on your leaf size. After this, I don't turn the item round. I mean, this remains the front side. And start raising these tubes of the base. The rise is not supposed to be sharp. I raise the tubes just a little and weave the first row half vertically. Not this way, but slantwise. Before this point I was weaving horizontally. Now I'm making a slight gradual rise. To emphasize the leaf shape, well, I'll show you what you do after we finish this half vertical row. It will be clearer how to make a leaf a bit prolonged. So far, let's finish this half vertical, half horizontal row. I've reached the end of the semi-horizontal row. Here's the secret of prolonging the leaf. I straighten the weaving cloth and weave the tube horizontally, not semi-horizontally like the rest of the edge, but fully horizontally, on the flat again. You can keep the corner sharp this way, without inserting any wire. I've already adapted to the process. One master has shared her experience that the corner gets shaped beautifully if you insert a piece of wire inside the tubes of the base. Well, I've tried and the corners come out really very nice. You probably can get used to it, but I personally don't like the process much. For me it is too long, inserting a wire and so on. So I've given up this method, though it really helps shaping the corner smooth. So if you have trouble making a smooth corner, I recommend you making use of this trick. With the course of time, I've got adjusted to making the corners without any wire inside. Take a look please, the braid is straight and smooth enough. After you've shaped the corner on the flat, raise the tubes of the base again. Raise them more vertically, but not this way yet, because we need a slantwise edge of the leaf. Continue weaving the second row. Let me show you the way the prolonging looks like in the third row. Again, I get back to weaving almost horizontally. Here my tubes are raised, and here this way. And the corner will be directed down, not up. This makes the leaf a bit prolonged. This way, shape the corner neatly. I've woven 3 rows. As a rule I weave 5 rows, after which I make an edge trimming bending. And now I'm starting the 4th row. I've reached the point of the previous masterclass started with, how to finish the leaf weaving with such a cross-like pattern. Those who haven't seen the video are welcome to watch it now and finish the item. A few more short masterclasses are waiting ahead, in which I will show you how to trim the edge like this. How to make a handle for a leaf-shaped tray, and as I've promised, how to make various leaf forms. See you! If you're not our subscriber yet and have come across this masterclass accidentally, you're welcome to subscribe to our channel. Click like, as this helps to promote the channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to be notified of our new masterclasses. See you!